Everybody, how you doing? Saludos, buenos días. Let me tell you guys a little story time. Talk about let's talk about um, let's talk about war stories, right? Let's talk some war stories. So recently there was something that went on in New York where uh, an individual got beat up and attacked by uh, by the guys from the Guardian Angels. Now, if you don't know who the Guardian Angels is, it's a group that was a group of vigilantes that go around in New York City. They help clean it up, actually, from what I heard back in the days. I'm trying to find out right now. When were the Guardian Angels in Los Angeles? So apparently, um, they would walk the streets in groups, and they used to have these black cat hats and uh, these red jackets and sweaters that said Guardian Angels. And they weren't allowed to be armed or no kind of weapons, but they were in groups. So when they attacked them, they jumped them or in the name of the law, in the name of justice. So I want to say in the mid 80s. I'm just going to say the mid 80s to the late 80s. Uh, Not even the late 80s. We'll say maybe 85 to 88. Uh, Guardian Angels was making a big presence inside of New York. They were getting a lot of praise, and people were talking about, well, you know what? Let's bring them to Los Angeles and clean Los Angeles up, man. And the Guardian Angels were quick to say, yeah, let's do this. So uh, the Guardian Angels made a an appearance in Los Angeles. They didn't really hit the rough spots yet. They were like, uh, maybe like West LA. Like, let's talk about like Hollywood Avenue, Hollywood of the Stars kind of thing. That kind of area. They weren't really like in the ghettos or nothing like that yet. So I forget if it was New Year's or Halloween. I can't remember exactly what happened or what holiday it was, but it was a cruising night in Hollywood where everybody would get together and the Guardian Angels started to make a present. And they had made a couple arrests. And it was all over the news. And they were like, oh, well, the Guardian Angels are cleaning up LA. And okay. Well, this one particular night, there was groups in Hollywood that used to walk around like different neighborhoods. There'd be like 30, 40, 50 homies walking around. Not just from my neighborhood, but other neighborhoods as well. They'd be just walking down the street and just looking to gangbang on somebody, right? And this one particular night, um, the Guardian Angels were walking, strolling like a gang as if they were running something. And a gang member bumped one, bumped them, shoulder checked them when they were walking by. And the Guardian Angel turned around and he's like, hey, man, fuck's that about, Holmes? And the homie turned around him and like, what's up? Now the homies were outnumbered. There was a lot of dudes from Guardian Angels because they were trying to make a statement. So this one particular neighborhood, and it was just that one neighborhood that that was they were getting into it right there, and sure enough, they collided. They got into it. As they got into it, every other neighborhood that was on that block on Hollywood Boulevard that night rushed Guardian Angels. And it turned from the Guardian Angels outnumbering that one neighborhood. I want to say that neighborhood was Rockwood. I'm not going to say for sure, but I want to say that neighborhood was Rockwood that kicked it off with them. And and nobody got in trouble. It wasn't nobody really got hurt too bad. It was just they were chingazos. That's what it was. Nobody got busted on. Nobody got shot. Nobody got stabbed. Uh, it was just a melee. So just from the shoulder check and the Guardian Angels deciding that they want to make their presence in LA. LA wasn't having it, and everybody rushed. Everybody rushed. They rushed the dudes from the Guardian Angels. Every neighborhood that was on Hollywood Boulevard at night rushed, turned around, and they all united to rush them. So, hold on. So, they determined to rush them. They got into it. Uh, right after that, Guardian Angels pulled out. Or Los Angeles. They were like, nah, we can't. This is too. Because right after that, it was like they would walk in and attempt to walk in the neighborhood and they got busted on. They would get dumped on. No matter where they went at, they started getting dumped on. They were like, hey, these fools ain't playing over here. So they shook the spot. They left. It's just something a lot of you guys probably don't know about the history of LA, the Guardian Angels, the stuff that's happened throughout the history. And I'm not doing it to promote it, glorify it. I'm just what brought it up was the other day I seen that the Guardian Angels jumped this guy that said he was an illegal immigrant, that he had robbed somebody. It turns out he didn't rob nobody. He wasn't an illegal immigrant, and they beat the crap out of him. And that happened in, I believe it was New York too. So that was just recently. It was on the news, and that's what just made me think about it. So I just wanted to share that little story with you. I thought it would be funny to hear about it. And have a blessed night, everybody.